If you're a parent, listen carefully, because one tiny habit you do every single day could quietly interfere with your baby's brain development, and most parents have no idea. Right now, inside millions of homes, a silent, invisible injury is occurring. It's not a fall, it's not an illness, it's a developmental disruption happening on the most familiar screens in your living room. Pediatric neurologists and developmental psychologists are issuing a stark warning. A common, well-intentioned act is fundamentally rewiring the infant brain. The title of this video is not hyperbole. Doctors warn, this common parenting mistake can damage your baby's brain. And if your child watches the hyper-stimulating, fast-paced cartoons that dominate platforms today, you need to understand why. This isn't about guilt. This is about neuroscience. And what you learn in the next few minutes could alter your child's cognitive blueprint forever. Imagine the infant brain not as a blank slate, but as a vast, dark sky. Every real-world experience, the sound of your voice, the touch of your hand, the shape of a wooden block, is a single, steady star being meticulously placed. This is how healthy neural constellations form, slowly, meaningfully, through interaction. Now imagine a firework exploding in that delicate night sky. Not once, but relentlessly, every 2 seconds. A violent, shocking burst of light, color, and noise that obliterates the stars. This is what the most popular baby cartoons do. They are not gentle starlight. They are a neurological fireworks display. Before the age of 3, a baby's brain is forming over 1 million neural connections per second. It is the most rapid period of brain development in a human life. And this brain is an ancient biological instrument designed to learn from the slow, rhythmic patterns of the human world, the cadence of a lullaby, the predictable smile of a parent, the gradual fall of a stacking cup. It is not designed for the digital assault of a show like Cocomelon. These programs are engineered with scene changes faster than most action movies, flashing palettes, exaggerated faces, and relentless musical beats. It is a carefully crafted cocktail of overstimulation. The brain responds to this assault with a flood of dopamine, the reward neurotransmitter. This isn't educational engagement, it's a chemical high. The baby isn't learning, they are becoming addicted. The developing brain, craving that next hit, begins to wire itself for that intensity. And then, reality, the real world you provide, goes quiet. A stuffed animal doesn't zoom and shout. A spoon doesn't sing in auto-tune. A parent's calm voice isn't a cacophony of sound. So the brain, now craving the fireworks, registers your reality as boring, deficient. This is the root of the withdrawal you see, the meltdown when the screen turns off. The inability to focus on a simple toy, the irritable, restless behavior that so many parents blame on just a phase. Cocomelon is a prime case study. Experts who have analyzed its frame rate describe it as a visual sugar rush, paced like a frenetic music video. For an infant's immature visual processing system, it's an onslaught. The result? After viewing, babies often display a cluster of symptoms: a glazed-over agitation, an inability to settle, a profound disinterest in their physical environment. Their neural sky is scorched, waiting only for the next artificial explosion. The modern hyperkinetic versions of Baby Shark function on the same principle. The original gentle rhyme is gone, replaced by a sensory blitz of flashing zooms and pounding rhythms that can leave a baby's nervous system in a state of fight or flight, often manifesting as hyperactivity, followed by a crashing fussiness. But this is only the surface symptom. The deeper, more permanent damage lies in the brain's foundational wiring. What these cartoons silently erode are the very pillars of future intelligence and emotional health. And coming up, we will expose the 4 silent catastrophes happening in the cortex. So we understand the spark, the dopamine-driven addiction to overstimulation. But where does that spark land? What is it burning down inside the architecture of the mind? The damage is not behavioral whims, it is neurological. It targets 4 core developmental pillars that are being built, or tragically weakened, between 0 and 5. First, the attention system. A healthy brain learns to focus like a muscle, strengthening through calm, sustained engagement. Overstimulating cartoons train that muscle for sprints, not marathons. They teach the brain to expect a new jolt before it has even processed the last one. The consequence? A crippled attention span. The brain begins to require ever-increasing intensity just to stay engaged, making the patience required for real-world learning, like reading or puzzle solving, nearly impossible later on. Second, language development. Language is not a broadcast, it is a dance. A baby learns to speak through the back-and-forth volley of human interaction, the pause after your mama that allows them to try the sound, the way you naturally slow your speech. A screen offers a one-way monologue of artificial speech, delivered at an unnatural pace. It is a language desert. Studies are clear. Passive viewing does not build vocabulary or comprehension. It replaces the crucial interactive time that does. Third, and perhaps most devastating, is emotional regulation. The dopamine spikes and crashes created by hyperstimulation create a neurological roller coaster. The child's baseline for calm is artificially elevated. When the show ends, they don't just miss the characters, they crash into a neurochemical withdrawal. This manifests as emotional dysregulation, tantrums that seem to come from nowhere, frustration over minor setbacks, an inability to self-soothe. Their emotional thermostat is broken. Finally, executive function. This is the brain's CEO, the suite of skills responsible for problem-solving, memory, impulse control, and planning. It is built in the quiet, slow spaces of childhood, through independent play, through figuring out how a shape fits into a whole. A brain flooded with passive, high-speed input is a brain not practicing its executive functions. It is in a state of consumption, not creation. The picture is clear. This is a recipe for a mind wired for anxiety, with a short fuse, poor focus, and a foundation built on sand, not stone. But here is the powerful, hopeful truth. The young brain is profoundly plastic. It can heal, it can rewire, and you are the catalyst. Begin with a gradual detox. Replace the neurological fireworks with gentle starlight. Programs like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood or classic Sesame Street model social-emotional skills with patience. Bluey showcases imaginative, child-led play. But even better, reclaim the role of primary stimulator. Your face is the most fascinating visual pattern. Your voice, singing a slow nursery rhyme, regulates the nervous system. Stacking blocks teaches physics. A spoon in a cup teaches cause and effect. Mud between fingers teaches sensory integration. The page of a book, turned slowly, builds neural pathways for language that no app can match. Create rituals of connection, not consumption. Morning cuddles, bedtime stories, walking outside. Nature is the ultimate neural reset. Within weeks, you will witness a transformation. Deeper sleep, longer independent play, a calmer disposition, a return of curiosity. This is not a coincidence. It is the sound of the brain healing, of neural constellations finally being allowed to form in the quiet, profound dark. Remember, your baby does not need Paw Patrol. They need your patience. They do not need a hyper-edited Baby Shark. They need the sound of your voice, softly singing. They do not need Cocomelon. They need your eyes, your smile, your present calm being. You are the curriculum. The connection between you is the only stimulation complex enough to build a resilient, intelligent, and emotionally whole human being. Screens are tools, but they can never be the architect. Your child's future mind is being built today. What will you choose as its foundation? If this investigation into your child's brain has changed your perspective, protect other parents. Like this video, subscribe to Little Nest Guide, and share this urgent message. Your click could literally reshape a child's destiny. For any specific concerns about your child's development, always consult your pediatrician. This is Little Nest Guide, helping you build a foundation, not just a childhood.